Hi folks, Camille here. If you're new to the channel, I'm Camille, one of the 30-day singer instructors, and our focus today will be good songs for, I would say, more intermediate singers. Our focus for the last few live lessons, at least with me, has been songs that only have a span or a range of about an octave. So that would be G3 to G4, or C4 to C5, or C3 to C4. So a pretty narrow range and a pretty doable range for most beginning singers, even untrained singers, I would say. Most people have access to a one octave range. Today, we're expanding a little bit to, at the max, an octave and a half or an octave and a fifth. So a good example of a song with an octave and a half range is the Star Spangled Banner. It's kind of notoriously a little bit more challenging. So that will be one of our song examples. I'm going to pull up the others. And unlike other lessons where we didn't really do much of a warm-up, I do want to do a little bit of a warm-up today because, you know, the range is a little bit wider. So we'll make sure first, if you're here live, can you tell me whether or not we've got piano sound? So there's the piano playing. Hopefully that's coming through. If it is, we will continue. If not, we'll have to do the restart thing. And I'll let you know the tunes that we've got on deck. I have a few less tunes today as well, simply because they're a little bit more challenging. Might take a little bit more time to learn and try out. So one is called Ain't Misbehavin'. Another is Singin' in the Rain. These first three are kind of jazz standards, jazz classics. The third, Someone to Watch Over Me. Oh Holy Night, another kind of notoriously challenging Christmas classic, and the Star Spangled Banner, of course. I'm going to play that piano again just to see. Do we have piano sound? I hope so. I feel like I'm a little bit in the darkness, but the light is on, and maybe it is just my laptop. Okay. Well, I will jump on in. I have sheet music, by the way, for each of these songs, and you don't need to read sheet music in order to follow along. I'm going to be teaching by rote or like in a listen and repeat manner. Here is the sheet music for that first tune. But like I said before, we'll start with just a easy peasy basic warm up. I'm going to start you. This might be a little bit too low for low voices. So if this is too low to start out, that's A2. High voices, you'll start with me on A3. And we'll just sing a or so a hum, an NG. If you like the lip trill, that's probably my favorite, but just for clarity, I think I'll sing the NG sound today. So if that is a new sound or new warm-up for you, it's like you're saying the word sing or hung, like I hung a picture on the wall, but you're holding on to the end. You're sustaining just the NG. So try that. So say the word sing, and also let your jaw drop. So you could do this one of two ways. You could say sing and have your mouth really closed and a big, you know, or prominent, I should say, kind of nasal sound. Sing. Now that is not what we're going for. I want your jaw dropped. Sing. As opposed to really overly bright, overly nasal. So drop your jaw. Okay. If you need to say sing each time to get into it, that's totally fine. Or even better would be hung, because your jaw is dropped for the word hung. But if you can go straight to a nice relaxed with the jaw dropped, then go for that. Okay, we drifted a little bit, but here is the pitch again for us. A3 or A2. And we'll go up and down like we do with the normal vocal warm-up. Ready and sing. To remind you to also let your tongue relax in the front. So even though the tongue is high in the back, meeting the soft palate, the front of the tongue can still be nice and relaxed and resting behind your bottom teeth. So see if you can make an adjustment to get that nice relaxed tongue. For me, this is a true warm-up. I have not warmed up my voice today, and you could hear that little crack right there. So it is not a problem if your voice cracks a little bit or just air comes out. There's like a little blip. That's normal. Don't freak out. Stay relaxed. Try it again. Here we go. And keep going. And we're coming up on that octave and a half right here. Walk back down. Relax the tongue. Where we started. Okay, so we covered an octave and a fifth, or an octave and a half. Again, that is a wider range than I would expect all beginners to be working with. So if you do consider yourself more of a beginner, then definitely reference those first two, I think, two or maybe three lessons that we did for absolute beginners and a very, very narrow range to work within. We'll open up to a syllable before we jump into Ain't Misbehavin'. And we'll move a little bit quicker too. I'm just going to scroll to the beginning of the chorus. No one to talk with. And I am going to move it into a slightly different key for us. But let's first open up to a syllable. So we've sung on something semi-closed, the NG or the hum or the lip trill, whatever you chose. That's always a really nice, gentle start. But it's also good then to open up because, of course, we're going to be open when we sing actual words. Let's move. I'll start us a bit lower now. On a mum Low voices who are not basses, this is going to be too low. So jump in when you can. Starting on F3 or F2. And we'll walk up as everyone should be in now. So tenors, if the low notes were too low for you, you can definitely sing these. So starting here. Ready and sing. So now we've covered well over that octave and a half range. So at least we're not going in so rustily to these tunes. So like I said, the sheet music for Ain't Misbehavin' is in the chat. And I'm also going to look for just the chords so that I can transpose them a little bit more easily. It's in the key of E flat to start. No one to talk with, or no one to talk with. So I'm going to put that, maybe we'll put it in C to start, and we'll see how that feels. I think maybe that covers do ain't misbehaving. I'm trying to think if it goes lower than that. So that is, so far, the melody, the range of the melody is only a ninth. I'm going to scan through to see if it goes lower than that or significantly higher than that. Okay, so still, it's only a ninth that we're dealing with. So, like I said, for this batch of songs, the max will be an octave and a half, but this is only a ninth. In other words, an octave plus a major second. So, not bad. I think I kind of like the key of C because it's not going too low for the low voices. If I had my druthers, I would probably put this even lower for comfort. Like I would probably put this in the key of A. No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I might be on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm I'm saving my love for you. So if I have no objections, I might as well teach it in that more comfy key. But if I had some like angry tenor who did not want to sing that A, then I would move it up for you. Okay, so again, I'm going to teach this by rote. You can still look at the sheet music because, like I said, you don't need to know how to read sheet music in order to follow along. And, you know what's odd? Because normally I see a little, oh, there it is. Okay. Cool. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, yeah. You can follow along because we're not really caring about the specific pitches because we're not sight reading. We're learning by rote. Then you can just look at the sheet music as a guide for where the melody is going up and down. So first line, no one to talk with, low voices. So I'll give you a 1, 2, 3, 4, go. No one to talk with. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Next line, all by myself. So we have no one to talk with, all by myself. Give that a try together. A 1, 2, 3, 4, go. No one to talk with, all by myself. Now we jump a little bit. No one to walk with. Give that a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. No one to walk with. And the next line will go a little bit slower because there's some chromaticism in there. But so far we have no one to talk with, all by myself, no one to walk with. And then we'll go on in a moment. So I'll play the chords under you and I'll go a tad slower. No one to talk with, all by myself, no one to walk with. 1, 2, ready, and no one to talk with. Cool. So after we've just sung no one to walk with, then we have slow, but I'm happy on the shelf. But I'm happy on the shelf. Or I should start at but. So sing, but I'm happy. Give it a try. Again. And then this little chromaticism on the shelf. So in this key, that's C sharp, C natural, B natural, on the shelf. Give that a try again. Just a little chromatic walk down on the shelf. Try it. Put those two together. But I'm happy on the shelf. Oops. Here you go. 1, 2, ready, go. Next line, and we can kind of finish out this business because you've already covered the like full range of the melody. So I'll keep singing. I'll demonstrate the rest of the song for you in case you're like, ooh, I like that. I want to learn it. But for the sake of time, we'll jump into another song example. So I want to give you a taste of these songs, and you can feel what that range feels like. The nice thing about this is, I mean, 3-4 lines in, it's like if you can sing that, you can sing the rest of the song because it doesn't go any lower or higher. So let's put those two together again. But I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving. You've already sung that melody. We're just now on the second stanza. And by the way, we're on page 3. I should have mentioned that. Hopefully you found it, but we're on page 3 of the PDF that was linked. On the shelf, ain't misbehaving. Last line. I'm saving my love for you. So we have feels nice and resolved. I'm saving my love for you. Give that a try. I'm saving. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Put that together. So here is the link again. It is in the chat. Uh-oh. It's not letting me copy and paste that. Let me go back to my source. There you go. That time it worked. Let's go back to no one to talk with. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. No one to talk with, all by myself. No one to walk with, but I'm happy on the shelf. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. The nice thing is, the next bit is same melody. I know for certain the one I love. I'm through with flirting. It's you that I'm thinking of. Ain't misbehaving. I'm saving my love for you. And then I think you. The next one goes up. Oh, not in this sheet music. Save my love for you. It goes down. And then just so you know where the song is going, we have like Jack Horner in the corner. Don't go nowhere. What do I care? Your kisses are worth waiting for. Believe me. So it sounds high, but it's no higher than you've already sung. It's still just that octave and a second or 9th range. So very nice. Let's move on. Next tune I want to introduce you to, if you have not. Oops. Singing in the Rain. Go ahead and follow that link. Same as before, I might be picky and put it in a different key. I'm singing in the rain. I don't particularly want to sing that high, so I probably will put it in a different key. It starts off strong with an octave leap. Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feeling, I'm happy again. I'm scanning through the music to see where do we get wider than an octave. Ready for love. Smile on my face, I'll walk down the lane, singing in the rain. Okay, so far, I see. It's a little bit later on the word happy that we get an E instead of a D for the highest pitch. So again here, not a wide range. If you could comfortably sing Ain't Misbehavin' in any key, it doesn't have to be, the key of A or the key of E flat that the sheet music was in, then you can also easily sing Singin' in the Rain. But that brings us to a very, very important point. The key matters, and the key starts to matter even more the wider the range of the melody. So we talked, let me just take a sip of water before I do anything else. In lessons past, we talked about how if you have a really narrow range of the melody and your singing range, your overall range is wider than the range of a song's melody, then you have a lot of wiggle room. You could probably sing that same song in many different keys. But the wider the range of the melody, so right now we're talking about a ninth or more in songs to come, the less wiggle room you have and the less keys, variety of keys are going to work for your voice. Because let's say you only have a range of a ninth or a range of an octave to work with, then, if that's the case, you could sing this song in one key. So that to me is very, very important. And I am a firm believer that as the singer, you get to choose the key. I know we don't always have the luxury to do that. Sometimes, let's say you're cast in a musical and the entire score is written and an orchestra is playing it, or tracks have been purchased and they're not going to transpose those tracks. Then you are stuck with the given key. But if you are singing it for just fun, if you're singing it to work on your technique, especially if you have someone accompanying you, backing you up, or if you are providing your own either sheet music or karaoke track, then by all means, move the song around until you find the best, most comfortable, most beautiful key for you. Okay, I think for the sake of time, I'm kind of gonna skip over. I want to go to the last two songs on my list, and if we have time, we'll circle back to Someone to Watch Over Me. So this is "Oh Holy Night," and I want to point out here that you could. This is in the key of G. And you could have this, I think, just be an octave and a third. So, oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. So, lowest note is going to be a G. Where it gets high, fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night. Ooh, I'm pulling sharp today. Night, divine, oh, night. When Christ was born, So you have two options. You could make this just an octave and a third. Oh night, oh holy night. But usually if you hear like a very, fancy singer do this, they're gonna, oh night, oh holy night. Or night divine. Sometimes they sing that on the word divine. That's what makes it an octave and a fifth. So that is an octave from G to G plus a fifth from G to D. That's a wide range. So for a song. So that is what makes it a little bit, I would say, probably the most tricky Christmas carol to sing. Let's go to, I think everyone knows the first couple lines, so let's just go to Long Lay the World. Just in case you don't know this song, I'll teach it to you a little bit. Here we are. We're on the second line on the words Long Lay the World. Long lay the world in sin and error pining. Just that much. 2. Ready, sing, long lay the world. Now it gets a little bit tricky here. Till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. Try it again. Till he appeared. Put those two together. Long to ready sing, long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. Here's our kind of like pre-chorus, I guess. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices. I'm going to sing the next line because it's the same melody. For yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Give that a try from a thrill to ready, go. A thrill of hope. Here we're into like, I guess what you'd call the chorus. Okay, so here we are. G4 or G3, 4. 1, 2, here it is. Fall on your knees. Just that much. 1, 2, ready, sing. Next line. Oh, hear the angel voices. From fall. 1, 2, ready, sing. Fall on your knees. Finishing this out. Oh, night. Now that doesn't actually feel that high. And that could be the entire range of the melody if you don't want to do that option up at the end. So that would take you to a B. was born. Give that a try. Yeah, okay. That sounded weird to me, but that was right. Oh, not 1, 2, ready, sing. And then, oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine. If you don't want the option up, so give that a try. Just feel it out in your voice. Oh, night, 1, 2, go. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine. And now for the option up. Oh, night, oh, holy night. It feels high to me because it's an octave jump. That's kind of always going to feel high until you like train your brain that it's not and kind of trick yourself. Okay, give it a try with that option up. All night. 1, 2, go. So we have to compare the range of that, what we just sang. G, in my case, G3 to D5. Compare that to your overall comfortable range. And if you found that out for yourself, then you might know, maybe a step down would be an easier fit from F to C. Or maybe that's nowhere even close for you. Maybe you're like, no, my lowest comfortable note is a C. So I'm going to put it in the key of C. And then the highest note I'll have to sing would be this G. So that is kind of the math to do of transposition. And it is a little bit tricky to figure that out for yourself if you don't have a sight reading or music theory background. Unfortunately, without working with a teacher or a singer who could help you, or a musician, instrumentalist, then you might just have to do a little bit of trial and error. And as an example, if I go on, I'm going to go onto YouTube and see what comes up. When I look up Oh Holy Night karaoke, key of, and then of course it's going to, auto populate all these different keys. And you can see, because it's such a popular song, you will most likely be able to find it in whatever key you like. So I'm seeing it in the key of A, G, A flat. Sometimes they'll do kind of confusing things like male key, female key, and that can kind of get you in the ballpark, but it's not super helpful if you want to know exactly what key you're singing it in. But I'm seeing key of G, key of B. Sometimes you'll find key of F, key of B again. And sometimes, like, it won't be within the title or even the description, but it might be like in a comment someone left saying, hey, this is the key of F, by the way. You can also go from like a version that you like. So obviously there's the Mariah Carey version. I'm seeing Carrie Underwood version. So if you find a version that you like and then want to kind of wiggle the key around from there, that's also an option. And we have other videos on the channel where we talk more about transposition and transposing tracks. Probably the best way to go about doing that with the least level of distortion in the track is to find a track in the key at least closest to your desired key. So let's say, for example, you really want to do this in the key of B flat, and you couldn't find it in B flat. Then could you find it in A? Could you find it in B? Could you find it even in C? And then transpose either up or down to B flat from the one that you could find. If you start to pitch shift a track far from where it originally was, it starts to distort and becomes unusable. If you can be really, really close, like a half step or maybe a whole step away, then it's usually not so bad. Okay, last tune to cover with ya. I think we will hit on the Star Spangled Banner. And the sheet music for that is here in the chat. It has exactly the same span or range as Oh Holy Night does. So if you think Oh Holy Night is challenging, the Star Spangled Banner is equally challenging, but not more challenging. So that's good. This is also in the key of G. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's? And what's kind of nice about this is right out the gate, you have bum, bum. You have an octave and a third range that you have to cover. So once you've done that, the wherever that happens, and the Rockets. And the Rockets red glare, going up to that D. And then, of course, at the end, land of the free, it goes up to the D again if you're in the key of G. But it's kind of nice, I think, that the very first two lines are like, here's almost the full range. Like, here's a little bit of a warm up for you. So with this one, because it is such a popular song and one that's done over and over, I want to demonstrate a little bit just in a couple different keys. And I won't be able to sing all of them, but I just want to give you like the span of the melody to let you know, okay, this is the span that you would need to sing if you did it in this key, and then we'll move it and so on. So in the key of G, you would need to sing G for a high voice, G3 to D5. So, oh, say to, and the Rockets red D5. If you're like, no, not going to happen, hopefully you have some wiggle room on the bottom. So let's say you moved it down to the key of F. By the way, for lower voices, you would be one octave lower for each. So G2 to D4. Okay, but let's say that was too high. What if we tried it in the key of F? Oh, say, can you see? Now your lowest pitch is an F. Your highest pitch is a C, an octave and a fifth above that. And the Rockets red glare. That would probably be my key of choice if I was choosing for myself. Let's keep going down. Let's say that was still too high. Oh, say. That would be too low for me to comfortably like do with strength. But if you put it in the key of E flat, oh, say, can you see? And the Rockets red glare. B flat. So E flat to B flat. Let's say you're doing it in the key of C. I won't be able to demonstrate in this one. C3 being the lowest pitch. And the rocket's red glare. So C3 to G4. Key of B flat. Or, so sopranos who want to do this could be a good key for you. Oh, say. Or lower voices up to an F. Oh, sorry. And then we're almost back where we started. I would say probably one of the most popular keys to sing the Star Spangled Banner in is the key of A flat. So that's kind of a good one to know. Oh, say. A flat would be your lowest pitch. And the rocket's red glare. E flat 5 or E flat 4 would be your highest pitch. So you should kind of feel that pattern starting to emerge. Let's go back to the key of G. Although, if no one cares, I would put this in the key of F for myself, so I kind of might as well. Maybe some other alto will thank me. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light? So if you can sing that, you can almost sing the full range of the melody. Because the low notes aren't really what people are generally worried about, we'll jump forward. So from o'er the ramparts we walked, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air. Yeah, in the key of F, it just does not feel that high. It felt high in G, at least for where my voice is at today. Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. I think something worth noting, even though this isn't a lesson on this song in particular, sometimes a lyric can feel high, or like a section of a song can feel really high or feel really low, but it's not the actual pitch so much as it is the vowel or the lyric that you're singing it on. So as I was just singing now, and the rocket's red glare, that feels not hard to do. But when we go a little bit later, nor yet wave o'er the land of the free. For a lot of people, especially if you're like planning to belt this, maybe that feels harder to you than the rocket's red glare part. So a tip, you could take or leave this, of course, but one piece of advice I might give when you're determining what key to sing a song in is, can I sing it on a syllable? Can I sing, for example, ba 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 ba, or ba 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 ba, and does that feel okay? And if that feels okay, then you can probably get to a point where you can sing "O'er the land of the free and the home of the brave," with as much ease or strength or whatever you're looking for. It'll just take some some training, some vowel modification, especially in order to get to that point. But yeah, so I just want to throw that out there, especially if you're a little bit pigeonholed into like a specific key and you're a little nervous about it, or if you don't have really much of a choice with the key you're singing in, either because it's been set for you or because the range is just so wide that you're like, I can't really go lower than G and I can't really go higher than D. So I guess key of G it is. If that's the case, then yeah, one thing to try just from a technique standpoint and a giving yourself confidence standpoint is to sing it on a syllable and see how that feels. Okay, so I will need to bid you adieu in just a few minutes here. I know for sure if you were missing someone to watch over me, I think I spent an entire live lesson breaking down someone to watch over me. So if you were really hoping to work on that, you can search someone to watch over me, 30-day singer live lesson. It should pop up fairly easily. And thank you, Juliana or Juliana. I have a friend named Juliana, and it took me a long time to not call her Juliana. it was a hard habit to break. So however you pronounce your name, hello and thank you. And I hope you found this helpful. I think I'm trying to think of, songs with an even wider range than an octave and a half. And, the further we go into that territory, the more we're like into what I would say is advanced singer. Yeah. Zone. But I hope you found these songs doable. And if you didn't, then definitely do check out the previous couple weeks of songs that are a more limited range. And just know that, in my opinion, that is the number one easiest thing that you can do for yourself to make a song more singable, is to put it into a key that feels easier for you, or to simply choose a song with a more narrow range. It's just, yeah, it'll make your life so much easier. And especially when you're a beginning singer and just gaining confidence and kind of getting on your feet, I think that's very, very, very important to, yeah, not be super overwhelmed by a song from the word go. All right. Thank you all. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again soon next week. Bye.